Okay, this is a revision of three things. Angles in a triangle. There's something called an isosceles triangle theorem that we don't use that word again for the reason, but the exterior angle of a triangle. These three are all really important. When the three angles of any triangle are placed together, they form a straight line. If you cut the corners of a triangle and put them together, they'll make a straight line, and those angles add up to 180 degrees. How do we use this? If we know two angles and we want to find the third one, we just add those two together and go 180 minus, and that'll give us the answer. Here, angle X must be 65 degrees. 180 minus 70 plus 45. And when we write the reason for that, we write angles, sum, and then we name the triangle if we can. The next reason. If you draw a straight line that goes off a triangle, you know that these angles form a straight line here, but you know that these angles add up to 180 degrees. Well, because of those two things, if you think about it, this exterior angle of a triangle works. The angle on the outside here, this angle E, has to equal these two angles together, added together. So that's called the exterior angle theorem. And if you extend a line, you're trying to find this X, all you have to do is add the opposite interior angles together. 70 plus 30 is 100. So X is 100, the exterior angle of triangle ABC. And here, if you know those two on the inside add up to this one, you just go 62 minus 29. You get X is 33 degrees. Also, the exterior angle of triangle ABC. The last one, in Canada we called it the isosceles triangle theorem, but here you have to give the reason like this. If you've got two sides that are equal in a triangle, that means it's an isosceles triangle, then the angles must be equal. And what you do is you write angles opposite equal sides. That's why the angles are equal. But if you're given that the two angles are equal, then the sides must be equal. You can say the sides are equal because they're sides opposite equal angles. Those are the way you write the reasons. So if you've got those two are 58 degrees, you can say DE equals EF because sides opposite equal angles. But if you didn't know what this is, you know that's 70, but those two sides are the same. You can say X is 70 because of angles opposite equal sides. Well, we have some very basic questions to do, but these ones get a little bit trickier because you know that these angles add up to 180 degrees. But because those two sides are the same, if this is B, that's B. So you kind of solve an equation. 2B plus 39 equals 180 because those two are the same. B plus B is 2B plus 39. That's how you do those questions here. Here you can figure out A. You have to use other reasons. You know that that's angles in a triangle. And then you know these two have to be equal because the two sides are equal. And those are the first questions. And then they get a little bit harder where we use parallel reasons. We've got isosceles triangles. The diagrams get a little more challenging. But good luck with those questions. There is a memo for everything. And so it'll be, it's revision, but it takes it a bit further and a little bit harder than some of the grade 8 questions.